We were Dodgers pitcher Justin Wrobleski. Justin, first of all, just how you feeling so far this spring? You've done some throwing. Just how's the arm right now?
I feel great. I feel great. I feel strong. I feel ready to go.
Let's talk about the year you had last year. Starting in AA, go up to AAA, have that 11 strikeout game. Even the show, was it kind of a whirlwind season last year? Just kind of reflecting back on it. Just what do you make of it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, anytime you get a chance to fulfill a dream, it's going to be a good, positive season. But at the end of the day, it was a crazy year for me. I learned a lot, especially about how to deal with the up and down stuff and just kind of how life is in the big leagues, how the big leagues works, what gets big league hitters out, and kind of was able to take that in this offseason and just continue to build off of it. So that was kind of my goal, and still I think kind of the goal remains the same as regardless of where I am or where I am in my career. I think it's just always going to be every day come in, see how I can get better and move from there.
Yeah, looking back at that debut against the Brewers, just kind of what sticks out? I mean, just like you said, realizing that childhood dream, but just kind of what do you remember most from it?
Yeah, I think I remember just I didn't feel as nervous as I thought I was going to feel. I felt like it was something that I'd earned, and I think through preparation and everything, I kind of allotted myself that feeling, and I kind of, I guess, earned that feeling of just feeling like I belonged out there. And then, just kind of going through the outing, it was just all right, the game's not that much different. Obviously, the hitters are way better, the play, the fielders are way better, but obviously the stadium's a little different, and the vibe's a lot better, but at the end of the day, it's just you're out there playing baseball, and I think that's kind of what stuck out to me. It was just go out there and pitch like you always have.
And then as far as this season, you saw, like you said, you got more than a cup of coffee, right? I mean, you got option up and down, helping this team win a lot of different ways. What's something you kind of take away from that first rookie season that you worked on this offseason, just kind of take it to the next level, and next time you make the opportunity, you take it to advantage of it?
Yeah, I think it's just been kind of fine-tuning my stuff, not so much as getting everything to move the way I wanted to, but just let's really hone in on where I'm throwing stuff. I think in my particular case, it's not so much about what I'm doing with the fastball, because I think my fastball is a really good pitch, and it kind of proved to be a really good pitch when I got to the big leagues. It's just more so let's command the off speed. Let's really focus on where we're missing with the off speed and the fastball too. Just focus on where we're missing with stuff, as opposed to trying to be perfect. It's if we're gonna miss here. I think that's kind of my big takeaway.
Yeah, and as far as today, Rogi Sasaki, live BP, pretty much felt like the entire organization was there to support him. Ever see anything like that? Any takeaways from watching him pitch? What stood out?
Well, I mean, last year with Yama, it was kind of the same deal. Everyone out there watching, but no, it was awesome. I was happy for him, excited for him. Obviously, this is a huge deal, but he's pitched in big situations over there, and he's a really good ball player. So I was excited to go out there and watch him. And yeah, the forkball splitter thing it's the truth.
And you're getting a World Series ring. What are you gonna do with that ring?
I'm gonna keep it, probably put it in a box. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but yeah, it'll be in a trophy case at my future home whenever I do end up getting something. So I'm excited.
You got all this young talent, then you have these Cy Young Award winners, future Hall of Famers, Blake Snell, Clayton Kershaw. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
Anything kind of stick out, just rubbing shoulders with those guys as far as what you can put into your game?
Yeah, there's a lot. I think it goes through just kind of watching how they do things, how they go about it, how they go about their bullpens, how they go about their lives, kind of just picking their brains on certain things. And at the end of the day, those guys are super, super talented. And I think anybody in this locker room is, but those guys are obviously a different level, and just kind of watching them and how they do things and kind of how they're able to simplify things really is the big thing for me. It's it's not so much as they're doing extra or they're doing more. It's kind of all right, I know I'm good. Now it's let's make it a little easier on myself, and kind of that's what I've noticed about those guys is when you ask them questions, it's more so yeah, I just do this. It's not like some profound thing. It's yeah, I'm just out there doing this, and that's my game. And I think that's the biggest thing I've learned is just to kind of accept who you are and go out there and pitch your game instead of trying to do extra.
And for yourself, last question here. I mean, the mindset of pitching in an organization where you got all those frontline starters, all-stars, a lot of organizations, you're already top 3 guy, right? I mean, you're the guy that is the rotations built around. But what is the kind of mindset kind of pitching through that, knowing that your time's going to come?
Yeah, no, I think it's the same as if I were anywhere else. Obviously, we've got a lot of talent, a lot of guys that would be, in the big leagues with other teams. But at the end of the day, you want to be on a team that's really good. You want to be on a team that's, capable of winning World Series opportunities and doing all this cool stuff that we're able to do. And you just got to take it day by day. And like I said earlier, it's really about just going out there, getting better, because eventually that day is going to come where you're going to be the guy, and you got to be ready for that day.
There he is, Justin Wrobleski. This guy's nasty. He knows the real deal. Thank you so much for joining us here at Dodger Nation, man.